Act of 11. And, yeah, you hate to see it happen, you know? Back for this whole month. You mean that in terms of you making progress on it, or oh, you're too SMT pilled right now to work on Komachi. I was making sure it's not like, oh, you're doing something else, or like something actually happened to the bot. Better idea for off colors. What are her primary colors? Are you making her white black? I know that's her, like, the colors of her card that's already in the game. White black, yeah, okay. I think you should make a red off color card that deals damage. I think there should be a blue off-color card that draws cards. Or if you're feeling really frisky, you can make a blue off-color card that like, you can make a blue off-color card that like just make everything your hand cost 0, draw 10 cards. If you feel like being like really frisky with it. If that's too good, you could make it like draw 8. Also, I succumbed today. I almost never drink energy drinks, but I was very tired today, so I succumbed. And I now have caffeine in my system. Ooh, too high up. I almost reset the attack instinctually. I was like, no, we need to practice Demon Trade. In fact, half the reason I am doing Mountain Toss is probably to get more Mountain Toss reps, but specifically so I can get Demon Trade in its full. Yeah, well, it's also a weird, like, concept to go through the off colors, because, like, part of the idea of the off colors is because they're rare, because, or, like, even if it's an uncommon card, har. But, like, just because it's, like, it's off-colored and stuff, they, you know... How do you make it kind of play with the system you already have? Generally, they should be, like, ahead of the curve in terms of power level, like, probably slightly stronger due to their rarity, but, like, you know, what's the line? But also, like, unique enough that they stand out. Like, one line of off-colors I always look to really standing out is Koishi Red. Playstyle, which is good, but, like, the question is, you know, how many off-colors do most characters have per color? Was it, like, 4 or 5? Like, 4? Like, 3 uncommons and a rare or something, on average? So the question is, like, how do you... Like, you know, how do you make a like, a potential, like, mechanic with them, but, like, only in a few cards that are also, like, not that common? Okay, college. You're not alone, don't worry. I feel like there's a lot of people in the world that'll agree with you. Definitely college boy. Are you taking, like, summer classes? Too much. It depends on what people like. I mean, the unfortunate reality of being an adult is having to, you know, be busy 90% of your life. Maybe 90+% is a better way to put it. Like, academically, I was always very, very good, but I always hated school, generally speaking. Like, math was fine, but, like, otherwise... Again, I was never, like, bad. My grades were always very solid. But... hated it, and then I went to college for a semester. I was like, this is not for me. Especially after having worked for a little bit beforehand, I was like, I would just much rather be working right now. But that's gonna lean more towards, who, what, where, why, how. Wow, what? That was a sexy weave. Grinding Satori? Deal with it. I could be grinding Yugi right now. To have her in the bag, bro? Yeah, ooh, totally. When was the last time I had a perfect pace past Satori? Half a week? I've been getting a lot better at Mountain Toss and Demon Parade as of late. I think I've been having a better view of Demon Parade these, like, yesterday and today. It's just more of... What am I saying? Yeah, Satori would have to do, like, online school or something, right? Where, like, you're just not reading 20 billion people's... Yes, 20 billion's an exaggeration, where you're not reading a bunch of people's minds at the same time. Like, having the ability to read the mind would have many, many, many benefits. But, I mean, if you as a person are already, like, paranoid... Dude, giving yourself the ability to read minds, you'd probably commit suicide within a week. The amount of thoughts that go through people's head that, like, aren't acted upon, that are just, like, background noise, is ridiculous. Like, you'd have to lock yourself in a palace with only Earth spirits. Oh, wait! With a bunch of, brain-dead birds to be your friends. Brain-dead nuclear birds. I mean, the thing is, like... That would lean more towards just, like, who you are, how you are as a person already. Like, if you're already a paranoid type of person, like, that's just gonna be awful for you. Like, the advantages are, like, the positions you can get yourself in life if you could, like, read minds. Now, some of that might come a bit more down to, like, how much you're willing to abuse these facts, but, like... Could you really benefit from Satori's mind reading? I mean, You could, if you had the ability to read minds, and the ability to, like, plan, like, what you do with this, all business go sheets are successful, yeah. Like, you could get rich really easily. Now, you know, how morally sound some of your options are may vary a little bit, but, like, you know, a large part of life is, like, connections, being connected and involved with the right people, but, like, if Satori wanted to, she could easily just lie her way through and just know exactly, like, what to say when. Like, she knows what the other person's thinking. If you have no moral issues, like, do you know how much easier stealing and stuff could be if you have mind reading? Dude, just get their bank information. Boom. Guess what? You have to find some, like, some other, like, you have to find some ways around it, but, like, you know, I mean, people's bank information you get so easily. Now you have to deal with the fact that you're going through public, you're like, oh, this person's browsing porn right now. Great. Person got a foot fetish? Fuck, dude. Can you, like, get anything normal in here? Good grief. Well, yeah, here's the thing. Of course she's not gonna, like, know everything, because she knows what you're currently thinking about, but, like, you could, like, take advantage of this, like, regardless. It's not like, oh, you're gonna know everything but their personal history, but, like, does bros, like, never think about their bank information, ever? Like, just go out in some areas and just, like, you know, oh, this person's, like, checking their bank or something. Boom, guess what? There's your information right there. It depends on how, like, of course, morally sound you want to be with it, but, like, dude, just learn how to play cards. If you want to be the simplest possible, just learn how to play cards. Just go be a poker player that always knows the other person's hand. If you want to be, like, the most bare minimum, like, boring shit you could do with mind reading, just go play some, like, strategy game. Go play chess. Aha, I see they're playing the cum gambit. I'm gonna lead them on with this play and then just trap them with the with this gambit. Ha ha ha. No need for anal beads with that one. Is there a gnat or something? Yeah. So she wanna speak. You're right, she's over there playing with some Russian fucking dude playing poker and she's not gonna know the translation. Oh no. The ability to read what they're currently thinking about. I take the guy. Okay. Just learn a foreign language. Easy. The ability to read what people are actively thinking about is a broken ability. There are plenty of downsides to it, like we've highlighted that. But it's not a matter of, oh, is it actually, like, cool? What can you do with it? Like, the issue is, would you respect your sanity? Of, like, having to read that. Species, yeah. Although, like, you know, if you're not, I mean, if you're careful about it, like, who's gonna believe you? As long as you aren't, like, so over the, as long as you literally aren't, like, telling people it and trying to prove it to them, like, who's gonna believe you? Like, if some random Joe Schmo tells you they can, like, they can read minds, you're gonna be like, yeah, sure, buddy. Whatever you say. I mean, yeah, sure, but, like, the conversation wasn't stemmed on if we're in Gensokyo and you can read minds and people know you have the ability to read minds. That's the purpose. How great would it be if you were in Gensokyo and you were Satori? That's a different conversation. Like a friend of mine. It's like you ask a hypothetical question, and then when the answer is not the answer you want, you start twisting the question as much as possible to get the answer you want. People know you can read minds or not. I'm gonna lean towards no, unless you like go out of your way to prove it to them. Like if we're in the real world, like. Even if you have like the eye thing carrying around with you, people are just gonna assume it's like some quirky accessory you're carrying with you, unless you like actively prove it to them, which would be a bad idea. Except maybe to like a select few people ? But like in general, I think it would be a bad idea. You think about that, yeah. Like, here's the thing. If you're walking down the street, and you got, like that eye thing, like, next to you even, like... So, like, people might, like, give you a look. But, like, no one, like... Especially if you're somewhere populated, man. Like, you walk down that street, people... Do you know how many fucking, like, weird-looking people exist out there? Wearing something weird, looking stupid, wearing, like, just, like, whatever. It's like, people might give you an eye, but, like, no one actually is gonna, like, be like, oh, what's up with this guy? All the time. Yeah, that, like, the issue about the mind reading is it's gonna drive you insane. You're gonna be a paranoid, you're just gonna be, like, so paranoid, it's gonna just suck having to do all the time, you're gonna have to live fairly secluded most of the time. But the issue isn't whether or not it could be useful. Like, obviously you could get use out of it. The question is, could you deal with, like, the mental issues of having to do that? The obvious answer is you use it to your advantage, you get yourself super rich, then you go live somewhere, like, by yourself, you just order everything online so you don't have to deal with people. Boom. And then you get some pets, like a nuclear bird, and everything's great. Maybe you live underground if you have to. To 50. Well, I mean, the thing about Miko is she can hear, like, 10 different people at once and, like, discern that, right? Like, I could hear 10 different people at once, but I can't make out 10 different conversations at once. Like, do we know if Satori can actually, like, listen to 50 people at once? Or if that's just, you know... I feel like it's more one of those things where, you know, whichever one you're focusing on is the one you get. Satori the therapist. Oh my gosh, it's just like Lost Branch of Legend. Oh my goodness. Guys, this is so quirky. Can we get 1,000,000 subscribers? Die. I can't believe Game Glitcher told me to die, guys. This is so sad. Can we get 100 likes to make me feel better? Likes on what? I mean, I upload all this on YouTube. Let's go there. Thanks. Thanks. That's what you could do. I appreciate it. Take what I can get. Guys, can we get 1,000,000 Twitch subs? Guys, if we get 1,000,000 Twitch subs, I will use the money to fund research to allow myself to have the ability to read minds, and then I will tell you how it is. Okay? Trust me, it's a worthwhile investment. Please believe me. Like the gift 100 subs. Great, I have the ability to read minds. Jarvis, where's the closest strip club? What do you mean scam? I'm not scamming anybody. I would never. Jarvis, pull up a Rainbow Hawkray armpit. Lock in? You're right, I gotta lock in. Okay, chat. What Touhou power would be the best power to have translated to real life? Any accessories that go along with it, you have to have. So if you have the mind reading ability, you have to have the eye with it. But I already talked about how that's not particularly a problem. Yeah, you stoned as well. Whatever Yukari has. Whatever Yukari has would be a good one. I guess it really depends on, like, how the gapping, like, works. Like, can you just be like, I want to put a gap in this bank vault. Boom, I'm there. Oh, wow. That's incredible. You know, do you have to have been to a location? Do you have to, like, think of, like, actively be thinking about the location? Be like, I'm going to put it here. You know, how long can you keep them up for? There's a bit of questions with Yukari gapping. I think the gapping one's a little weird. You probably have to be careful about, like, people not seeing you. Or, like, especially cameras, dude. Oof. Cameras are gonna be a problem. You know, fucking FBI is looking everywhere. They're gonna catch your ass pretty quickly. Next thing you got them coming to your house. How you plan to get around that? Checkmate, liberal. I want the ability to destroy anything within the palm of my hand. Give me that flawn ability. Actually, I would take your Hime's ability, the ability to control, like, 6 million gods at once, Or 9 million? I forget how many. Hime ability? Yes, let's control diseases. Whoa, plague be upon you. Someone cuts you off in traffic. Uh-oh, looks like somebody's getting the flu. That's a virus, not a disease. It's not yet. How are they gonna trace it back to you as well? How's anybody gonna trace your mommy's ability back to you? Oh, what? You gave them the flu? Likely story. If I take Yuki's ability, can I have the ability to just drink alcohol forever? Okay, you know, that was a little suspicious, but it worked. Where's the bottom of the screen, the best ability? Dude, give me Seija. Imagine, like, someone's talking shit at me and I just, like, turn him upside down. Do you know how funny that would be? Like, IRL. I think, like, which one you'd like is kind of... I mean, it's close enough, but, like, which would be, like, the best to have IRL? Like, ability that's not gonna get you killed. Or, like, wanted by governments. Easily traceable, but also is, like, useful. Want to freeze frog? Ooh, good one, good one. Yeah, I was mostly exaggerating, mostly joking with the Sage one. But imagine how fun it would be to flip things upside down. Can I have a Shion's ability? Do I go for this line? No, I shouldn't. Go for the safer one. Dude, imagine how hype it would be to hit that middle line there, though. Ability goes kind of hard. What's her ability? Like, I don't know what she does besides, like, collecting corpses. Stuff odd, easy. Carry away corpses? Yeah, no. It's like... Ah, yes, the ability to carry a corpse. I could just go work at a morgue. What? Really? That's just too far to the right. Is it kind of boring? Well, also, it's like, what's the, like, some of them I feel like are also weird to use. Like flauns. The ability to snap and kill anything you want. Like, just destroy whatever you want. Like, you could get a lot with it, but, like... That's also one that's going to get you put on a list. Now, you could always just stop anyone who's, like, trying to get you with relative ease. But, like, do you really want to go through that hassle? Right? So I feel like that one just kind of gets dropped off the list because, like, you know, what's the issue? You know, some abilities, like, Remy be able to manipulate fate. What is that? What are we doing? Like, like, how is that, like, how do we work with that? I am manipulating fate so I can win the lottery. That's Sakia. I think that one's solid. I think you have to be a little careful. Like the issue with Sakuya is, like, if you're really not careful, you get thrown on the list. Like, that's an issue with Sakuya. It's like, boom, uh-oh. Oh, knives as well. I mean, I think the knife throwing can happen if you, get good at learning how to throw knives. I think. Yeah, that sounds like it makes sense. Also, the other question is, like, realistically, what is the time stop, or, you know, your super fast speed? Like, what is that accomplishing for you? Like, what are you doing with that? Besides robbing a bank. Like, I'm gonna assume that progressing faster, exactly. Like, literally, besides, like, robbing something, it's really hard to, like, think of, like, how and when, like, that ability would, like, be possibly useful. Like, oh, yeah, I went so fast, you can't see me around this bank. It's like, what else are you using it for? You could make the easiest thing ever. Yeah, exactly. Like, there are small things in your life where it's like, ooh, if I could get there really quickly, it would help. But although, like, time stop isn't actually going to make it quicker, it's just going to make life pass slower when you go to it. So it's like, man, I wish I was home from work quicker. Hee hee hee. So it's like, okay, you shaved 10 minutes off your drive. Congrats. I mean, you still have to do the drive. It's just like real life's not actually passing in that time. So, like, you know. But I feel like the Sakia one, it's really hard to find, like, really good implications for it. Outside of just, like, niche things. Like, Remy, can I make the team I support never lose again? No, because the problem with picking Remy power, like I said previously, is no one knows what Remy can do. Like, it's kind of been, like, alluded at sometimes, like, oh, what can Remy do? She can manipulate fate, quote-unquote. Well, like, it's also been alluded that, like, her power isn't quite as nuts as it appears, and we just, like, don't know. Like, Mercy needs shrooms, yeah. Can I take Juko? I want to be a being of pure hate. Dude, what about Sekibanki? What if you could have, like, 6 heads? Okay, here's a question about Sekibanki. If you have like other heads out, do you have like, because like you can have multiple heads out at once. Do you have sentience in all, like, are you perceiving all the heads or just your main one and the others act like clones per se? How is that working? That's an important question. She have unlimited head. Let's just leave it at, like, you can have 8 out at once or something. Because that's, like, close to what she has in the games. So let's limit it to, like, a lot, but, like, it's still, like, not, like, unlimited. Also, what are you doing 12 heads for? What are you gonna use 50 heads for? Do you also die or do you get replaced? I'm gonna assume you don't die unless all of them die. You shoot laser in game? They can shoot Danmaku for what it's worth. You know, do you want to shoot Danmaku in real life? Sure. But the question is, do you have if you have 2 heads out, do you have active perception in both heads, or do the other heads act like clones? That's the question. You pick Goku. YouTube run, by the way. That'd be pretty cool. Also, the other question, what are you using 8 heads for? Besides doing, like, bar tricks. No, I'm not going to allow giving yourself head as an answer. The head business? What do you mean a head business? Mechanical mounted CVS, that's things? Okay, but I've already said, like, I'm limiting the amount of heads, so it's not, like, unlimited heads. And again, the question comes up, can you, like, this is the important part of the question. Are you perceiving all heads at the same time? Or are you just on the one and the others are like clones? This is the important question. This is very vital in determining how good the additional heads actually are. Like, if you can, like, create your other heads and send them out, but you don't have, like, active perception or anything in them, and they just, like, they're, like, just clones of you, then I feel like it's a lot worse. And there's not enough Sekibanki lore to, like, for me to actually know whether or not it's yes or no. Like, even if you can, I feel like the ability is still pretty limited in use, but I feel like it's gotta have something of value. But if you can't perceive in all of them, I feel like it's just mid at, like, best. Inside your neighborhood? Yeah, I mean, you can use it for, like, perception stuff if you can perceive out of all of them. I'm gonna assume you can. I'm gonna assume you can perceive out of all of them at once, because otherwise I feel like just it's wasted. Even then, I feel like it's a mid power at best, but I feel like it's at least, like, it's got some niche use. Bro could be so screen maxing. Dude, imagine all of the YouTube videos you could watch at once. Oh my goodness. It'd be really easy to play volleyball. I did not kill a lot of the spirits. Easy peasy, she's me, good line. Oh, it's not pleasant. Bro, it's StarCraft. Eight videos already? Yes, but imagine the 8 heads all opening up 8 videos apiece. Dude, the amount of screen maxing you could do. Dude, you could be playing 8 different versions. Actually, no, shit, you couldn't be, because, like, you'd have to still have a body controlling them, and you only have one body. Never mind. It's over. It's worthless. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking for. Seriously, good dodges are coming for you. Thank you. I appreciate it, Cherry. Now, Cherry, if in real life you could have the powers of Seki, Banki, or Satori, which one are you taking? Seki, Banki, okay. Would it ruin LNN runs? Like, would it have any effect on LNNs? I kissed the inside of that bullet. What is Nue skill? I could not answer that. There's a lot of people whose power is a little difficult to say. Fuck, I went down too much. I had the line to the right. I went to tap down slightly, but I couldn't get the full movement. I just love Demon Parade. Yes, what if I... Oh, yo, look at that! This is the best part of just Demon Parade. It's so good! Don't you just love the complete flat wall? Although I think I still might go back to the Aka ability to be able to stack stones really well. I feel like that's pretty good. Nazarene? What, the ability to just, like, find things? Bro, can I give that to my older sister? Who had a nasty habit of losing things, like her keys. And then for Christmas, my mom got her, like, one of those, like, things where it's like, you can, like put it on things with objects, so, like, you connect it to, like, your, you know, like, your key ring or whatever. And then, like, with your phone, like, you can use it, it'd be like, oh, it'll tell you kind of, like, where it is. And then she lost her phone, and she couldn't find things anyway. No, I understand the Nazarene ability would be very good. I think the question is, like, how descript are we, like, for finding the thing? Like, what are the guidelines for, like, how this works? That's a big question at hand. Like, are we just walking around like, Jarvis, scan my surroundings, sir, there's, $50 over here. Ooh! As we go find the One Piece. The One Piece is real. can we get much higher? Think about a lot of Touhou abilities. A lot of them are not very descript in what they do and like how they work, so it's kind of hard to like. What do you mean by this? Rumia, yes, I love being shrouded in darkness. Can I pick Aki and then just be the judge of whoever goes to heaven or hell? May the building not burn the sun. Yeah, but the thing is, I need sunlight. Like, I just, like, don't... I get very little sun on the regular. So when I actually am exposed to the sun, like, it's a good thing. Like, I should definitely get more sunlight. Need that vitamin D. This Oku's thing? Whatever Yatagarasu is. We'll just pretend like anything that Yatagarasu has as a power, you can have through Oku. Because you swallowed it. All the consequences have to go along with it, too. I don't know, you can get the arm cannon. Like, we'll bring that along with it. Like I said, the accessories are carried over, so suddenly, guess what? You have an arm cannon. Nuclear fusion, yes. Go to the nuclear reactor and cause an explosion. There we go. That's what you gotta do. Just deal with the fact that you only have one real arm because your other arm is a cannon. If I pick Yomu, does that mean I have to be no thoughts, head empty? Nah, I don't think that'd come along with it, but I feel like pick Yomu, you're getting corrupted by the swords, so you're kind of in trouble. The sperm thing following you, yeah. Dude, give me Kaine. Let me eat things. Oh, what? I lost the lottery? Let me just quickly eat the history where that happened. Oh, it's gone. Oh, what? I won the lottery? That's definitely what that means. Wait. Oh no, guys, I robbed the bank. The FBI is after me. Let me eat the history where they caught me robbing the bank. Oh wow, it's crazy. Booking's ability to create any Touhou OC using any inanimate object. Yes, we'll create a harem. Let me take Renosuke's power. The ability to touch something and be like, I understand how this... Dude, do you know how fucking nuts that ability would be? Holy shit. If you do a Fubu, you get the original character, yeah. Alright, you can do that and they still won't love you. Yugi does... What are you talking about? Yugi doesn't toss a mountain. She just blows wind on you. That's from a mountain. Come on, get with the program. Big difference. What is Chen's ability, besides being a cat? Like, what the fuck does Chen do? I can turn into a cat! Okay, cool. Anything else? That is pretty good, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, you could lick your own balls and no one would question it. Like, I know Mickey's power. And, like, roughly Orin's. What the fuck does Chen do? What does Ron do? I mean, I guess in a sense, because, like, Ron is kind of pseudo-inherited powers from Yukari, because the way that the Shikigamis work, so... I guess in that way it's some sort of inherited powers down from Chen? Or from Ron? Excuse me. This was wrong. Well, I'm gonna die. This is, I love the LNNs. Never mind, we're the best. What does Ron do? I mean, Ron's part of the Mafia as well, so he could be like a Yakuza gang member. Or gang leader, maybe. Was Ron ever a leader of the Yakuza? Or is she just like, or the gangs? Or is she just like, kind of there, part of the Mafia group for a bit and then left? I've really not read up much on Touhou 19 lore, outside of like, the main plot. I know not a lot of some of the other characters. I think she's just there, okay. Dude, give me Yuma and just let me eat things. Nom, nom, nom. Bro talking mad shit for someone in eating distance. Nom, nom, nom. Is Tay, like, one of the most innately broken abilities? Just like the fortune? Ooh, nice try, red guys. Like, do Tay and Tenchi fall into a similar category? With, like, luck. Of course, Tenchi having the ability to manipulate keystones, whatever they are. Whoa, earthquake be upon you. Okay, it's been about an hour, and I think the caffeine's starting to wear off. My eyes are starting to get a little heavy. But I feel like the caffeine has lasted for about 45 minutes, probably. And skills are witchcraft? Surprising people. Yo, speaking of which, give me Kogasa. Let's go. The actual Kogasa. Dude, do you know how great you'd be on, like, Halloween? Let's go. You'd be the ultimate. Oh, yeah, Michael Myers. Why are horror movies so popular? They fucking suck. For the most, generally speaking. Ooh, I'm a clown that, like, eats people. Ooh. Oh, why? Why the Red Bolt? I hate Demon Braid! Oh, it's going so well earlier in practice. Guess what? You get to the middle of a fucking run and just boom. What if we just fucking cuck you? Oh, here's the lineup. Oh, what if we just drop the wall right in front of the lineup? Demon Parade, the spell that works in practice and never in a run. Nope, never. They can beat the bosses. I think I need more than my Misfortune Gun just to beat bosses. I think I actually need to get better, you know? Try not to have a sketchy yin-yang part. Impossible challenge. I love Cat. Or the cat's not here yet. There's task, but I mean, it's speeding me up. It's not speeding the game up. I guess you could use that to like your advantage. Like use it to essentially treat it as pausing the game. study what's there and then move back around. I guess you could do that, yeah. I guess that would actually work. Didn't think about that. I was like, oh, that's not possible because you're not going to speed up the game, but you treat it like you're pausing the game. I didn't think about that. Fuck me. Okay, fine. Do I have to kill this slightly early? Well, I killed it early regardless. Too early. Yep. Yep. Just 2 apiece, that's not bad. Only a little sketchy. Just a wee bit. Just a wee little lad. Take Alice's ability, get the ability to deal with dolls, be able to like puppeteer easily. Downside, you have the ability to have no friends. And before the people come into chat, lol, so me already. Ooh, you little cat bastard. That felt a little long. Oh, the eyelids are getting heavy. Guys, you know what's great though? It is Friday. That means after I stream, I get to go to bed, and then I get to sleep in. And then I get to wake up, I get to look at the clock and be like, I don't have to get out of bed right now. Dude, what are these Orans as of late? Holy moly. These Orans have been so good. Dude, Orin's really fallen off in this game. The Satori problems have just proven to be a lot for me, but, like, Orin's just fallen off, dude. I feel like I've done this a number of times within the last week. A 1 miss into stage 6. And the 1 misses to, like, Satori. Which honestly is pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Yeah, you gotta be happy with what you get. Especially when what you get is actually pretty damn good. Hello, nuclear bird. To be fair, though, if you do take Oku's power, as much as it sucks having an arm cannon, so you only have one arm, imagine having wings, though. Like, imagine being able to fly. To be fair, like, every Touhou character can fly, so, you know. I'll take Minariko for the ability to have good harvests. Neat. There was one wave in there that was pretty suspect. So I'm glad I capped that one. That was actually disgusting of her there. I'm so glad I read that. So I have to risk going through the suns there. Ooh, that wasn't the best DPS. I don't think it really matters that much. Don't forget to kiss your birds during Takamak. I love the Sub-Sun! I love the Sub-Sun! What a sick run. Nice one miss. Oh, another Satori one. Hey, PB score. That's a score PB if I've ever seen one. What number one miss is that specifically to Satori? I love the demon. I love Demon Parade. Ah! I can't fill Demon Parade. Which one do I overwrite? This random 4 miss. Sure, let's overwrite that. Nice, good run. My eyes are heavy. I'll do another run. That's a perfect Orin and a perfect Oku. You gotta love it. I'm gonna go pee. I'm gonna take a 1 minute breather. I already got up a little bit at the end there, you know, trying to play for that 1 miss, so I gotta take a breather for a minute. Okay, back. I think the thing that felt really nice, that feels really nice about that run, is that, like, I didn't feel like I got lucky on, like, really much of, like, the really scary attacks. Like, Cat's Walk was definitely on the luckier side than unlucky, but it didn't feel like that extreme. And, like, Needles felt smooth. Like, Needles didn't feel particularly bad, but, like, it definitely wasn't super lucky. But, like, Mountain Toss was a bit cringe in a couple spots. I mean, Demon Parade was annoying because it cucked me. Orange Spell 1, that one was fairly gross. Orin Final was also a little gross too, but like UNR had a really bad wave. Pet of Flare had a disgusting trap. Like there was a Pet of Flare trap that that was just disgusting. And it's not like Takamak or Sub-Sun felt particularly lucky either. So I feel really good about that. That's Sanai's power. Could you just give yourself more powers? I'm not really well versed in Sanai's capabilities. The only thing I know about Sanai is sexy booby. Really. So I can't answer too much about Sanai. She's got good armpits. I have to win this run, so that's in the video. The very beginning. Very beginning. Cut it down to the very beginning. Easy. Oh, the pressure's on for this run, then. But that's the issue. It's like, okay, what exactly is Sanai's power? That's the issue with like 90% of characters. What's the extent of their powers? Right. We briefed on this one. It's like, what exactly we get if we pick them? Hello, 11. You just missed a 1 miss. The demon par. Okay, 11. I'm gonna ask you this question, but I'm gonna spin the answer slightly, or spin the question slightly. If you had to if you could take a Touhou like a Touhou character's like power, their abilities. You can't name Tenchi. I'm gonna ban you from naming Tenchi. And like to like have in like real life. What do you think is like the best to like have? This has been the conversation of the past like hour. I'm gonna banish you from Tenchi because you're just gonna say Tenchi otherwise, so I have to make it more interesting, so. If I pick Mystia, can I cook really good lamprey? Like, can I cook just, like, straight fire lamprey? Just, like, so good. Fortunately, I'm not much of a seafood person, but I feel like, you know, it'll cook good lamprey. Right, cards are basically anything. I have issues with the Yukari one. I said it earlier, but my problem with the Yukari one is like, you're gonna get caught. You're gonna get seen with cameras. You like the FBI is gonna be after your ass pretty quickly. Like, you have to be really careful that like there's no surveillance, no satellite imagery, like nothing that's gonna catch you with your gap. I think if you're like really careful, you can play around it, but I feel like it's a lot. It's that bag of chips, yeah. I guess that's another question. How does closing your gaps work? But like, I feel like Yukari is one of those ones that's like it's really easy to put yourself on like on a wanted list. Put yourself on the list. It's like continue living in the real world if you could go to Gensokyo. The whole context of the powers is that you have it in like the real world. I'm gonna bend space and time to travel to an alternate history where I am the richest person in the world and I'm the king and I have 10 billion wives. Fuck you. That was your fault, 11. Dude, what would happen in Gensokyo if it just some guy walked in and he just had the ability to like make gaps? How would the reaction happen? What would happen? Just some seemingly normal guy walks up and he just starts making gaps. Would that get you beat up? World's best throat disease curing doctor. I did not know Kutaka had the ability to do that, but I'll believe you. Hey, do you become like Spider-Man with Spider Sense? I mean, with the ability of Sense, yeah, you'd have like Star's Sense ability. You'd also probably have fairy wings, so you could fly. To be the most versatile. What is Mersa's like ability besides eating mushrooms? I mean, sure, she can like cast some spells and shit, but like, what's the extent of it? Like, she just like, what does Mersa do with her shit? Like, what kind of spells is she trying to fucking work on? Like, I don't think you get, like, the infinite money spell. Like, as far as I know, she's just sitting there working on how to make her Master Spark bigger. Which I don't know how that's helping you in the real world. And then she's making potions and shit. Like, let's make more, let's get some more mushrooms. I don't feel like Marissa's bad. Crystal there. Ha 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 ha. I gotta shave tomorrow. My facial hair is starting to itch. Books from Patchouli? Where are you getting, like... Where are you getting these books from? You gonna go steal it from the local library? But if you're stealing, there's a lot of other things to steal besides books. Like, have we forgotten that Patchouli doesn't exist? Because we're just inheriting their power? And maybe a couple other things that go along with it, but, like... I think it's using ability in a criminal way? Because that's what Marissa does? Like, she breaks into places and steals things? Like, I'm trying to reference, like, the abilities to, like, the best I can to figure out, like what... Because, like, 90% of Touhou abilities, like, it can kind of do something. Like, the extent of which, who knows? And, like, with Maritza, it's like, okay, she can, like, make potions, and she, like, fucking, like, robs people. Now they can use gaps. I mean, sure, she can make good Don Maku. You can make double Black Death Butterfly. Can we be evil? Absolutely, we can be evil. That's half of what the conversation was predicated around with Satori. It's like, how moral are you? How moral are you going to be? Right? Like, you know, are you willing to be criminal with shit, or you like want to be like, you know, pretty moral with it? You know, and that affects a lot of things for how good something is. Also, what is Yukari doing besides border maintaining? I don't know what that's going to help you in real life. Sleeping and making gaps. I'm not saying I'm always going to be evil. I'm saying you have to think about it both ways. You know, are you going to be moral? If so, you know, how useful is it? Are you willing to, you know, be evil a bit? How are you going to use it that way? You got to look at all the sides here, okay? Hitting people with guns, yeah, that's what's going on. Hypothetically, if I gave you a gun and I told you to kill someone and give me their money, would you do it? It's a hypothetical. It's a hypothetical. In Minecraft. You know, but it's like some abilities. Okay, what are you doing with Flawn's ability, right? Like, what are you doing with Flawn's ability that isn't, like, good-hearted? I'm gonna stop a war! Yay! Let's kill the bad guys! Woo! Yeah, you could probably cure diseases. Now the question is, do diseases also count as viruses? That's a question I had. Building demo. Ooh, that's a good one actually. Well, you have to be a little careful of being like monitored. Like I feel like some people would look at that a little too strongly, but like destroy the world unless they give me free stuff. Well, that's the issue. It's like if you go that far with Flan, it's like, you know, you get thrown on a list, people would be hunting after you. You could like stop them, but like it'd just be constant. So like you'd have to be like really careful not to get put on a list with like Flan. How do you destroy things? Especially in that nature, without, like, getting put on a list. What does Sega do with her hairpin? I know her ability to, like, walk through walls and shit. What does she do with the hairpin, exactly? It's a 3-letter agency, yeah. I mean, there's a number of characters that are strong enough to let you, like, you know, not get killed by the FBI or something, and let you like stop them and shit. But it's like, do you really want the hassle of being like the world's most #1 wanted like person? Successful fortune teller. Yeah, I commented on Tay's earlier. I feel like Tay would be like really good. Like Tay and Tenchi are in that category, right? You think Mayumi is bulletproof? I feel like if you took Mayumi's powers, you probably wouldn't be bulletproof. But maybe I'll let you keep, like, some sort of, like, armor that she's wearing. Maybe that helps, but I don't know if that's bulletproof. Actually, also with Yamame, not only are you curing things, isn't Yamame, like, really good at construction? Like, couldn't she be, like, a really good construction worker as well? Like, just imagine being, like, the greatest, like, architect or shit. I feel like that has a lot of good uses. Not only with the disease front, but, like, the other thing. I cannot make her with giant tits. One of life's greatest mysteries. I don't know. I feel like you could pretty easily find somewhere where Keiki definitely did make her with giant tits. If you look hard enough. Would make for a great weather forecaster. True, true, true. I don't feel like Iku's getting you put on a list either. Okay, this has to be about the last run. My eyelids are getting a little too heavy for Touhou. If you pick Suika, you can turn into fog. I don't know what that's helping you with, but you can. You can also drink a lot. And you can grow bigger or smaller? Me trying to have sketchy yellow nons? Impossible challenge? That wasn't actually that sketchy. How do you be insane? To be honest, I do not really know her power. Kind of like what she does besides be a news reporter. And then eat. Weekend turn to fog. I have a friend. What are the word? What are your What is your spelling, Kaguya? What are you trying to say? Use your words. Okay, Yugi. Actually, wait, I'm past Yugi. Okay, stage 4. Also, I mentioned it earlier, but I'm banning the Lunarians. I don't care. I'm not letting you pick Yorihime to summon 9 million gods. That's a boring answer. Who'd you pick? I don't know. That's why I'm having this discussion. Like, for powers, who did you hear? I kind of said, like, my current go-to is, like, Tay, perhaps. I feel like that's just kind of, like, all-around solid. Doesn't have any particularly risks associated with it. A lot of potential upside. Kind of boring. It's kind of a boring one is my issue, but, like, it's pretty consistent. It's not, like, broken boring. She can only make other humans lucky. Oh, what a shame. Oh, no. How am I going to handle that? Oh, no. I can only bring fortune to other people? What? If I can't directly bring fortune to myself, then I should probably go jump off a cliff in stage 4. That's the first time I've died to that in months. I don't know if I've died to that since I started the LNB grind. Legitimately. I don't know if I'm exaggerating. Okay, yeah. Too much.